Okay, hello everybody out there in YouTube land. This is going to be a video about my BOS and just some suggestions. The video is not really going to be about necessarily like what to put in your BOS per se, or sharing specific things that I have in mind. It's going to be more about organization and materials. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go on into this. This is kind of the outside part of my BOS, and you know, the thing I'm finding on YouTube, and by the way, everybody, loving all the sharing that I'm seeing. Fantastic, fantastic. What I'm finding on YouTube is that there seems to be almost like two schools of thought when it comes to BOSs. It's either a book or a binder. And there's different, you know, pros and cons of each. And, you know, what I'm also seeing is there's kind of a debate on, you know, well, which should I use? Should I use a book or should I use a binder? Some people have two, and I'm kind of show you what I use. And it's actually a combo book and binder. And I think that this might be a solution for those people who are on the fence about book versus binder. So this is my BOS, and it's kind of got this like antique-y kind of look. It's got some runes. It's got my pentacle on it, and it matches the necklace that I often wear in ritual. So here's my book, here's my necklace, and that's where that inspiration came from. By the way, this is called a pentacle of the goddess, and I love it because I love it that it's a flower. Okay, so it is a combo book and binder, and it started out as like one of those like 5-star trapper keeper kind of things, and it's got two different areas in it. It's got this this front part here, and that's where I keep my book of Shadows, and then it's got this zipper binder part here, and that's where I keep my binder section. And it also, I should have said it has 3 sections. It also has this like file folder thingy going here, and just another little section. And I'll tell you a little bit about how I use all these different sections and what I use them for. I should go back to the front though. I bought this, I think it was 12 bucks, and it was originally neon pink and gray and black. And all I did was I took some different cans of spray paint to it and antiqued it. And I would recommend, if you're going to do this, use the hammered finish spray paint, because what you can see is that, let me see if I can get zoomed in really good. Nope. Let me see this way. Nope. Okay. You can see it kind of like gathers in some places, and it really, I don't know if the video quality is going to be good enough, but it really, it has this nice antique finish. And then all of the detail work is just silver and black Sharpie. Gotta love the Sharpie. Oh, and this is a little scrap of fabric left over from a project I was doing. And this is actually a little pocket, so you can see my fingers behind there. So sometimes I stick things down in there, but I try not to because I like the effect without. Zip that up. Oh, and another fun thing is, because it's 5-star, you know, 5 elements, 5 stars, kind of like that. Okay, so I would recommend that particular brand, just for the 5-star portion of that. Okay, so that's how I decorated my BOS. And it's nice and durable, and it travels really well. I mean, I've gone on trips with this, I've gone to festivals with this, and it's a really nice, durable format, particularly with the spray paint, because the spray paint actually adds a layer of like, waterproofing, so it's kind of nice. Alright, so inside of here is my book BOS. Let me set this down for just a second here. Alright, so this is my book BOS. And again, I put my favored symbol on here. And this is just like a black, almost like a sketchbook, I guess, but it's like, it's got lines. And silver Sharpie, put my runes on it. This is thin pressed metal. It's actually copper on one side and silver on this side. And I just put all my decoration in here. When you work with metals, and you can get this at a craft store. When you work with metals, it's called tooling. So I just tooled in all of my like little flowers and little, you know, jargon. Put my runes around the outside, so I kind of added that little custom thing to it. Did some cutout work, hot glued this on here. This was a button, and it's actually a button set, so there was a moon and a star. So I just drilled through here with a power drill, and I put a little ribbon to connect my star thing to, and that keeps the thing shut. Okay, so just a peek in here real quick. Book blessing, more book blessing, casting a circle, you know, artwork that I've done. I like, in my BOS, to have kind of simplified pages if I can, and then like little like doodads in here. So little fun textures or little, you know, rituals that pop out, things like that. Little taggies. I love, love, love the scrapbooking section in the store, in the craft stores, and I also like to save pieces from like gift cards and stuff I receive, and I put them in here. So just different pieces, you know, it's pretty standard in here. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail on like what exactly is in here. You know, it's your pretty standard stuff. This is my Wheel of the Year section. This came from the Wee Moon catalog, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. Wee Moon planner, awesome. And then I just made this little tiny book that kind of slides in there. And these are just meditations. It goes this way. Ha! Sticker. These are just meditations that were in the Wee Moon agenda books kind of over the past couple years. And they're just so beautiful. And I like to pull those out for different Sabbats. So there's Wheel of the Year. Okay, my herb section. I do want to point this out. It's just a fun little technique that you can do. Okay. So, it says sow and harvest. Inside of here, I went out to my gardens and I harvested herbs and then I pressed them into wax paper. And this section smells so good. So they're all sealed up. So make sure you make your wax, or you cut your herbs small enough so that your wax paper can seal. I put little tags as to what they are, and eventually I'm going to put different properties under here. I just haven't finished it yet. And that's another thing I like about my BOS is it's a living, working document. You know, it grows, it builds. So I've got my sage in there. And these are just really beautiful, too, when you hold them up to the light. And these are just scrapbooking paper scraps that I really liked. They're nice and, like, shiny and sparkly. And I feel like they add just a little bit. So, and, like, if something has a particular property, you know, I put it there. Citronella to protect. Okay, so that's my herb section. And then I just cut, this is actually one 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper, and I folded it over and scored it so that it keeps this section closed and kind of cordoned off. And then I just used some like little doodads from the scrapbook section of the craft store to tie it together. A child's circle blessing stuff. Smokeless fire. I'll do a video on smokeless fire because that's a really cool thing you can use. Stuff about magical names. This is my Samhain section. And again, like just little things that like my little ghosties, they fly. Woohoo. They're kind of on strings and they float around. And then also I kind of use this as a place to like record things that my group has done. You know, like our ritual that we have for Samhain and people's altars that they've done. It's just really beautiful. And then just sections for like personal ritual or rituals that we've done in group. Blah de blah. I don't think anything in here is really particularly exciting. And I don't want to get too much more into this because I do want to show the other parts of my book, and I'm already at 10 minutes. So what I may do is, I think I'll stop here, and then I will do a part 2. So that was part 1. We got to the book section and talked about the Trapper Keeper binder and briefly discussed the book versus binder issue and BOS organization. So, blessed be. I'll see you at part 2.